Hey guys, Cody here for Wednesdays. So I guess this week we're doing, what? Gender? No, your orientation. So, a lot of people, don't really know what transgender is, and it's basically just, you identify as a different gender than what you were born. There's gender flexible, there's non-gendered, there's female to male, male to female. Gender flexible is, people who will sometimes identify as masculine and sometimes identify as feminine. They usually have unisex names if they decide to change their name, or they have two different ones. Non-gendered is people that don't have a gender. There's actually specific pronouns that go to that. It's I don't remember, but they're a combination of him and her, a combination of his and hers. Yeah. And then there's transgender. And transsexual and transgender are different because transsexual is when you identify as an opposite gender, but you live by your assigned gender. Whereas transgender is someone who identifies as the opposite gender and decides to transition. Something else to point out is that dominant lesbians are not necessarily closeted trans people. Not every single dominant lesbian becomes a trans person. It is definitely, in the process, it could be something that, happens. What else? So basically what it is transgender is you identify as a different gender than what you were assigned. And there's different things that you can do. You can partially transition, you can fully transition, you cannot transition. And basically, what happens during transition, depending on, what gender you're going to, I know FTMs will do, the most common is hormone therapy because it's the cheapest. And most people get top surgery, but not a lot of people get bottom surgery. And what top surgery does is it removes the breast fat in your chest, and you become flat-ish, you almost look deflated, and then, you just have to build up muscle, and it'll look pectoral. What else? So yeah, there's that. I feel like there was something else I had to say. I don't know, but then bottom surgery, there's different types of surgeries, but the most common is the freeing of the clitoris, which basically just, when you start hormones, you get, a little mini, non-functioning, penis, basically. And, if you free that, you could, I'm pretty sure it grows longer, and you could use it for sex. And some people decide to get, the full bottom surgery and, get the penis. But the only problem with that is that it's not functioning, so you can't ejaculate, you can't finish. I've been told that you can, depending on the surgery, but my research has proven otherwise. As far as MTFs are concerned, they'll also go on hormone replacement therapy. Oh, that's another thing. MTF hormone replacement therapy, your jaw structure will fill out, you will have body fat redistribution, obviously you'll grow hair, your voice gets deeper, and your acne gets really bad. MTFs on hormones, from what I've read, I'm pretty sure their jaw structure goes up a little bit. I know it changes. Their voice gets a little bit higher, and obviously they switch to more feminine characteristics. As far as surgery, they'll get like the breast implants, the breast augmentation. That's very common. Hair removal surgery is also really common. You could like get your like surgery to laser remove hair. There's what else? There's the bottom surgery, which is like, I don't really know how it works. I couldn't understand what I was reading, but it like shrinks or something. It's hard to describe. What else? So they do the chest, the bottom, the hormones. That's like basically it. And then name changes. You know, they do name changes and gender markers. Name changes are kind of complicated because you have to do a bunch of paperwork. You have to publish your name. You have to like publish your name in 3 newspapers. There's a bunch of court fees, paperwork, and it can run anywhere from like $300 to $500. Surgeries usually start at $4,000. Gender markers are required by being on hormones for like, I think it's like a month or something like that. Either 1 month or 3 months. And what else? I think that's about it as far as transitioning goes. But like, if you ever encounter someone who's transgender or could be transgender, out of respect, you want to ask them their preferred name and their preferred pronouns. Especially if you like meet them online or meet them through a friend or something like that, and they come out as trans, but their friend doesn't respect it or whatever. It's so complicated. And then, so they basically just are people that choose to live by a different gender. And I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know. Transgender, just pointing this out, trans people are just like any other people, except they identify, I can see my face in my glasses and it's bothering me. They identify mostly as, like, a lot of them identify as straight, but I've run into bisexual and gay and lesbian trans people and of all sorts of genders, so don't assume that just because someone's trans means that they're straight, or just because they're trans, means that they're gay because they weren't born a certain gender. So because an FTM has a vagina and it says female on everything, and they date girls, that doesn't make them a lesbian, that makes them straight. Transgender people also aren't transgender because they've had bad sexual history, to put it nicely. Trans people, it's not a choice, really. Well, nothing as far as LGBT is a choice, but yeah. So I think I covered the basics. If you guys have any questions or comments or concerns or anything, just put them down in the comments. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ThePass Productions, and it's the PAS Productions, and the T and the 2 P's are, I'll put it down in the description, but those are capital. But yeah, I think that about sums up the basics. So if you guys have any other questions regarding like FTM or something like that, just let me know or go onto my YouTube channel, because I've answered a lot of questions on there. So I'm gonna wrap it up now. Alright, bye guys. Smile if someone's thinking about you.